Hello, I'm Chris, this is Gross Models, and this is issue 28 of Building Ironman from Marvel and Fanhome. This is a fairly groundbreaking issue. We're finishing the left arm, which I've got here. I've not done the arm for a while now. I've forgotten just how nice and big and shiny it all is. It's quite pleasant. We've got the rest of the fingers there as well as the interior, the back of the hand. It's not the palm, the opposite palm, the anti-palm. I don't know, there's probably a word for it other than back of hand. The other finger, obviously the cover for that, and the arm itself. The head is just ornamental, it's not being used at the moment. In this issue we have the same as we had last time. Basically we've got the cover, the diffuser, the palm, the battery bit. No battery. Previously they supplied batteries for all of the things that need to light up. So far they haven't on this one, so I don't know. I can obviously supply a battery, that's not a problem, but I don't know if they're planning on supplying one at a later date or not. But we'll worry about that later. I might steal it out of the spare head, because the eyes don't work properly on the spare head, or at all at the moment. Maybe the battery's died. I'll have a look and see. We might just need to get another battery for it, not a problem. But before we get to that, we obviously, as ever, have a look through the magazine and see what's happening. The history of Iron Man, the Iron Age, back to the beginning. I don't know, did they reboot and restart? Yeah, a new look at the origin story. Fair enough. I don't know why you need to go back and do it again, but films always do, so why can't the comics? They can, it's fine. We've got other people involved. Right, there we go. The left hand, part 4. We have the palm of the hand, the battery cover, the LED assembly. Yeah, we know all about that. So let's have a look. We're going to place the screen inside the hand. It'll only go one way round, and that way round is like that. And it is held in place with 2 BM screws. We have 3 BM screws in that bag. So one of them will be spare. I shall put that off to one side. I'm sure I've used these 2. The top one at the top right there is a little peg to hold it in place. It's not a screw hole. That one is, so we'll get that started and then get the other one in as well. Tighten those up eventually. There we go. Nice and secure. Doesn't wobble about anywhere. If you pick something up, yeah, that's not moving. Good. Right, then we need this. The battery box and palm LED assembly has a push button, which is there, which is placed in the grooves in the battery case. Okay, that goes into the... I see. I'd forgotten how all of that works. So that goes, if I've got that way round, that goes in there, pointing upwards. I don't know, it doesn't show very clearly how that fits in there. Got to go that way round, hasn't it? Maybe. A bit like that. We'll find out when I figure out where that's got to go in here. This is going to fit. They've got that way round, and then that's that way round with the battery. Oh, this is not going into there. Ah, that's why I was in trouble. Let's take that back out there, because it's not where it needs to go at the moment. All right, the switch comes up through that hole, so yes, that needs to be in there like that. Or off the top. It can't go off the top. Actually, it can. It might. Oh, it's got slots underneath there, as if the wire should go through there, but they can't because they're joined on to here. And I don't remember how the last one went together. Let's have a look-see. That's got to go there. Got the wires coming out over that side, so it's probably about like that. I've just got to make sure everything lines up where it should. Try and get switch through that hole first, because that's obviously the longest point. There we go. The rest of that goes down there. That working? Yes, I can feel that as being a switch from there. So that's okay. Then I need 2 IP screws, which will be these, of which there are 3. So as ever, 2 for the actual build, 1 to add into the ever-growing spares box. The P denotes that it's going into plastic because, well, it's going into plastic. M would denote going into metal, like the other ones on the other one, because that was a metal, and this is a plastic back of hand. So there we go. I've got 1 in to hold it in place, another one to make sure everything lines up. Then you can go back and tighten them both up. Just like that. There we go. That's the light itself. So we've got the switch there, which, yeah, definitely works. Then it's got that over there. Then it says to put this in place. Doesn't seem to be any chirality to that. It's the same either side. So that'll just go in there. Over this side, in fact. Without getting the wires trapped. That'll go in there. Cool. Then get the fingers in place. Now, obviously, you've got to get them in the right order, because otherwise it would all be hideously wrong. The thumb only has 2 joints, and obviously a ball joint for the base of it, rather than all the others that should be arranged in size order. What have we got? I reckon that these have numbers and letters on them to make sure I can't possibly get it wrong. This says 3L. That says 5L. That says 2L and 4L. So there we go. Just to make sure it's right. Well, it's not right, it's left, but you know what I mean. So let's straighten these up so they can sit in there. 1, 2, 3. And the little one makes 4. So that's that. Now we've just got to put the front on, making sure the LED is in the right place. I don't remember this being moving around and loose on the last one. I could be wrong, but I don't know. Just says put that in there, position the cable so they don't get in the way. Just says put it together. So I get the wires tucked out of the way. That's going to be over there, and that's going to be over there. A bit like that. So it's not in place and needs to be tightened. It's definitely not in place because the fingers are coming out. No, that's not right. I'm not very happy about that. That should be, I'm sure it was held in place last time. I'm going to cut away, see if I can arrange that in place, and then come back and make sure it works. Okay, I figured it out. That's not the light. That's just the electronic circuit that controls the switching. The light is actually attached down there. So this board just needs to be out of the way. So it doesn't need to go under there or anything. That's why I was having trouble with it. I have stolen the battery out of the arc reactor for now, just to make sure it worked. The one in there was indeed dead. Obviously the switch on the side had obviously got caught and it would have been left on while it's been packed away or sitting here out the way. So yeah, right. So let's see. This is going to go over there. There's a room down the side here. So I think that's where I'm going to end up manipulating that. Obviously trying not to get the wires trapped anywhere. Trying not to have it short out against anything or generally get in the way. Not the best of designs. Can't really see exactly where anything's got to go. So I'm going to get that there. I'm going to ignore the fingers for now and just make sure, yeah, that will go together like that. So can I now get the fingers in without taking it all completely apart? Actually, just before I do anything else. Yeah, lights up. Cool. Right. So let's try and get the fingers popped in. I reckon I can do this. I reckon I've got them the right way round as well still. So if we can get them popped in there. I think I probably started the wrong end. I think the thumb's going to be the one that's the problem. I'll even find out where it goes. It goes down there. Maybe not too much of a problem. Okay, so that seems to be that. I have 3 of the correct EM screws ready. Ready-ish. They're basically just going into the 3 screw holes. As ever, one at a time. Make sure everything is lined up, especially on this where you've got all the fingers to play around with as well. I've lost the screw, it's disappeared. Can't have disappeared, it can't have gone anywhere. There it is. And the last one, right down there at the wrist joint. Again, these need to be quite tight, because apart from anything else, that's controlling how far the fingers flop and move. You want to be able to get them into whichever pose you really need. There we go, that's better. So we have full movement and articulation of everything. You can't really make a fist. You sort of can mostly, but that's all right. That's good. So the last part is putting the cover on with 1 EP screw. Cover with a magnet fitted to it. Goes on there, and then the screw goes on there. There we go, yeah. Nice. So that holds the battery in place out the way, and it's obviously magnetic, so we've got the cover that covers over the unsightly screw holes. Let's have a look. We're testing to make sure it works. Yeah, it still works. Look. Comes on, lights up. Good. That's that. So then we've just got to attach it to there. Basically, it just shoves in, holds in place. So that one moves around, so you've got to try and finagle things in the right direction. But that is quite a good bit. It moves around. It's an arm. I need to get it back apart again and tighten that up. I thought I'd got that tight enough, but obviously with the extra weight of the hand on there, it isn't. So I shall do that behind the scenes. Pop a couple of covers open and tighten that. But that is that. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, that's showing us what we've done. Done all that, did that, sorted that. All done. Fine and lovely. Spider-Man team-ups. Iron Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Iron Spider-Man. I don't know. In the Avengers. Spider-Man in the Avengers. Ablative armor. Cool. It sounds good. It obviously breaks up and does things like that. All good. Interesting stuff. And the epic issue is the Iron Age #1. This is the soft reboot, the retelling of the origin stories. Right, next issue, we're starting something new, completely new. The left knee joint. We haven't done any legs yet, so obviously we're starting on the left leg. So we're starting with the knee, then obviously we'll go off either side and continue on from that. Right. Thank you very much for joining me throughout the build. I shall tighten that up and make it nice and secure. So I think the other one, yeah, the other arm stays in place wherever you put it. Oh, no. There's a little bit of movement there as well. I'm going to tighten that one up as well. While I'm at it, I'll get all the looms tightened and secured. But then we have starting to look a bit like an Ironman man. Very cool. That was issue 28. Thank you very much. I shall see you shortly for issue 29 or other part works as well. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye bye for now.